Welcome to FolkTales TV, the channel where stories of life, love, betrayal, and lessons come to life. Today, we bring you the story of a family torn apart by jealousy, secrets, and hidden resentment. My mother in law ruined my home. Our story begins in a village where a young woman, Kemi, lived peacefully with her husband. They had a bond that many envied until one day her mother in law arrived. What happened next changed Kemi's lives forever. Stay tuned as we dive into this heart wrenching story of family, betrayal, and strength. Today's story takes us to a small, quiet village. Here lived a young woman named Kemi. Known for her kindness and beauty, she married Ade, a hard-working farmer with a gentle spirit. Kemi and Ade's love was the kind many admired. They worked side by side to build their home, dreaming of a life filled with peace and joy. But Ade's mother, Mama Ade, was a woman of strong opinions and an iron will. Her arrival would turn their happy home into a battlefield. As tensions began to rise, the family's love, loyalty would be tested beyond measure. Kemi was a gentle and kind-hearted woman, born and raised in a small village where everyone knew one another. She had grown up with strong values of respect, hard work, and family unity. When she married Ade, a respected farmer known for his humility and dedication, it seemed like a perfect union blessed by the entire village. Life was simple but fulfilling for the couple. Kemi and Ade worked tirelessly to build a comfortable home, sharing dreams of a peaceful future filled with love and children. They were known for their unity, and their bond was admired by everyone in the village. But behind their happiness, a shadow loomed: Ade's mother. Mama Ade, a proud and controlling woman with strong opinions about how her son's home should be run. Mama Ade was a widow who had raised Ade on her own after his father's passing. Her love for him was undeniable, but it came with a possessiveness that often caused tension. She believed no one could care for Ade as she did, and when she heard about his marriage to Kemi, jealousy and suspicion took root in her heart. Despite Kemi's efforts to show respect and win her approval, Mama Ade remained cold and distant. When Mama Ade moved in with Kemi and Ade, the atmosphere in their home began to change. What was once a place of peace and joy quickly became filled with tension and unspoken resentment. Mama Ade constantly criticized Kemi's cooking, housekeeping, and even how she interacted with Ade. No matter how hard Kemi tried, nothing seemed to satisfy her mother-in-law. As time passed, Mama Ade's influence over Ade grew stronger. She would frequently whisper doubts into his ear, convincing him that Kemi wasn't the right wife for him. Her subtle manipulations started to take their toll. Ade, who had once been the loving and supportive husband, now found himself torn between his loyalty to his wife and his devotion to his mother. One day, after a particularly harsh argument between Kemi and Mama Ade made a choice that would shatter Kemi's heart. He with his mother, telling Kemi that she needed to respect Mama Ade's place in their home. For the first time, Kemi realized that her marriage was no longer the sanctuary it once was, and the woman had tried so hard to please was now the very source of her pain. Kemi's heart was heavy with grief, but she knew she couldn't give up without a fight. She tried to confront Ade, pleading with him to see the harm his mother was causing, but her words fell on deaf ears. The bond between mother and son seemed unbreakable, and Kemi was left to silently watch as her home slowly unraveled before her eyes. As Mama Ade's control over the household deepened, Kemi found herself pushed to the brink. The love she once shared with Ade seemed like a distant memory. Her every move was watched, her every word was scrutinized, and with each passing day, the walls between her and her husband grew taller. Kemi realized she was no longer part of the family she had once hoped to be a cherished member of. Instead, she was an outsider in her own home. One fateful evening, after yet another argument between Kemi and Mama Ade, Kemi made a decision she would leave. No matter how much it broke her heart, she knew she couldn't continue living in a home where she felt unloved and unwanted. But as she packed her things, she realized that her departure wasn't the end of her marriage. It was the moment that her life would forever change. As Kemi walked out of the door that night, leaving behind the life she had built with Ade, she felt a sense of finality. The love she had fought for, the family she had longed to be part of was no more. But deep within her, there was a flicker of hope that one day Ade will realize the truth and understand the cost of allowing his mother to ruin the bond they once shared. Days turned into weeks, and Kemi found solace in the support of her family and friends. She began to rebuild her life, focusing on her own well being and inner strength. Yet, in her heart, there remained a lingering sadness, a sadness for the love she had lost, for the family she could have been. As for Ade, he remained trapped in the web of his mother, blind to the pain he had caused and the life he had lost. Over time, Ade began to realize the true cost of his choices. The house that was felt full of life and love now felt empty. The laughter that filled its rooms was gone, replaced by silence. He had lost Kemi, the woman he loved, and the warmth of the home they had built together. But by the time he understood the damage his mother had caused, it was too late to undo the harm. Kemi's decision to leave was not just an escape from her painful reality, but a step toward reclaiming her peace. Though her heart had been broken, she learned that some battles were worth walking away from, especially when it meant preserving her dignity and self-worth. As for Ade, he was left to face the consequences of his actions, a broken home, and the haunting realization that sometimes love isn't enough to hold a family together. Ade had been seeking redemption, realizing the full extent of his mistakes. He knew that to mend what was broken, he would have to prove his love for her, not with words, but through his actions. When their paths crossed again, it wasn't in anger or in regret, but in a quiet understanding. Ade, having realized the damage caused by his mother's influence, asked for a chance to rebuild their life together, acknowledging that true love requires sacrifice and sometimes forgiveness. Through the patience and the strength to heal, Kemi and Ade began to rebuild their bond. It wasn't easy, and the scars of the past would never fully fade, but they learned to cherish the love they still had, one that was stronger because it had survived the trials of betrayal, forgiveness, and the test of family loyalty. In the end, Kemi and Ade reunion was a testament to the power of love and forgiveness, showing us that even the most broken bonds can be mended if both hearts are willing to try again. Thank you for watching FolkTales TV. If you enjoyed the story of love, pain, and redemption, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating stories from the heart of Africa. See you in our next story. Bye.